in the Kursk region, everything is going according to the plan. The Russian plan, of course. The troops are routinely retreating to new prepared defensive lines and blowing up bridges behind them. I'm Maria Drutska, and today let's talk about how Ukrainian defense forces have destroyed a bridge over the Seym River near the village of Glushkovo in the Kursk region. Last night, also, the Russian Ministry of Murders reported that 12 ATACMS missiles heading for the Crimean bridge were shot down. We learn why the Russian soldiers been captured en masse in the Kursk region, and in classic fashion, Russia has accused America of the Ukrainian forces' incursion into the Kursk region. Well, Ukrainian defense forces destroyed a bridge over the Seym River near Glushkovo in the Kursk region. According to Russian channels, it was first reported that the bridge over Seym River in Glushkovo was struck by rockets from a HIMARS system, causing one of the spans to collapse. Ukrainian forces also struck in a neighboring bridge in the village of Zvane. It was first reported by the governor of the region, Alexei Smirnov, last evening, Friday, August 16. According to Smirnov's advisor and also pro-Kremlin blogger Roman Alekhin, Ukrainian troops are also targeting another bridge over the Seym River in the village of Zvane, located 8 kilometers from the district center. This war correspondent and author believes that the Ukrainian forces are implementing a plan to capture the Glushkovo district along the Seym River. There are 3 bridges across the Seym River in the Glushkovo district at Glushkovo, Zvane, and the village of Karish. The crossing is considered a main route for delivering weapons and supplies to the Russian army in the area. Well, Telegram channel of the 205th Special Motorized Brigade of Russian forces reported that over 700 Russian soldiers were encircled. Later, the our Air Force commander stated that aviation was used in the destruction of this bridge. The means of destruction is not reported, but it can be assumed that precision bombs like Hammer or JDAM might be used. Well, everything in the Kursk region continues according to the plan, the Russian plan. The troops are retreating to new prepared defensive lines and blowing up bridges behind them. Today, new information had emerged that the Russians have retreated from that area. However, the fact that they are retreating organically and to prepared lines should reassure their compatriots and, of course, Putin. And it's interesting, by the way, where these lines are, perhaps Moscow and prepared places. And it's interesting how many more bridges they plan to blow up. Well, the main thing is that everything is going according to their plan, guys. And before I continue, I want to thank all of you who send coffees on Buy Me a Coffee and become patrons. Please do so if you want more of videos on the channel, and you can also help the channel by subscribing into it. I suggest you also subscribe to my Twitter page, where I post regular updates about the situation in Ukraine, videos and photos and other things, and to my Instagram, where I show a daily life in Ukraine. Patrushev has accused America of the Ukrainian forces' incursion into the Kursk region. The beneficiary of the Ukrainian advance in the Kursk region is the United States and NATO allies, stated the Russian president's assistant Nikolai Patrushev. He noted that NATO countries have pumped Kiev, Ukraine, with military instructors, weapons, and now control actions of the Ukrainian forces, supplying them with intelligence. Patrushev emphasized that the US statements about non-involvement in these actions do not reflect the reality. According to him, the states regularly say one thing and do another, and without their participation and direct support, Kiev would not dare to enter Russian territory. Well, how I can put it, guys? Don't be offended, because I know many Americans watching me, but looking back at some articles and leaks that sometimes appear in the media, I would say that often America actually forbids us from doing something or discourages us from carrying out certain operations. Therefore, I think if they knew this time, they would have told us that there would be another escalation and that such actions should not be taken. So I'm almost 100% sure that the United States really knew nothing, just as none of us did. But Russia must not forget to remind its own people that the West is so terrible and that Russia is actually fighting the West. They probably just need to explain why they are capturing some villages in Ukraine for 3 months with tens of thousands of dead. It can't be that Ukrainians are fighting with them so effectively, can't it? Or maybe they can. During the full-scale war, Ukraine and Russia have conducted over 50 prisoner exchanges. This year, exchanges were halted and then resumed, but the offensive in the Kursk region has sparked hope for the intensification of the process. In early June, Vladimir Putin claimed that 6,400, more than that, Ukrainians were in captivity, and more than 1,300 Russians in Ukraine. Well, it doesn't seem to be very realistic, but according to Ukrainian coordination staff, over 8,000 people of Ukraine, military and civilians, were captured in Russia as of January. Some say that Moscow actually is holding over 14,000 Ukrainian citizens. There is no official information on the number of Russians in Ukrainian captivity, but it is known that a third camp for prisoners of war has recently opened and preparation for the fourth are underway. In August, with the advance of the armed forces into the Kursk region, the exchange fund began to actually replenish. On August 14, an entire company surrendered. More than 100 soldiers, abandoned by their commanders, made the right decision. According to The Independent, citing an unnamed Ukrainian colonel, over 2,000 Russians have been captured in about 2 weeks. The publication knows that these are not exact figures, but numerous photos and videos attest to the larger number of captivities. According to Budanov, the priority is to return seriously wounded and sick individuals, women, and those who have been in captivity for a long time, and special attention will be given to the defenders of Azovstal. Military political analyst Alexander Kovalenko from the Information Resistance Group says that the success of Ukrainian soldiers in the Kursk region will accelerate the release of thousands of Ukrainian citizens. The result has been a large number of prisoners, mainly conscripts. This forces Russia to react. Previously, they claimed that would not negotiate, but now, as we see, their position has changed very quickly. The expert added that Russia's position changed because every conscript has a family that does not receive compensation, any compensation which can destabilize the situation in the country. And Putin definitely does not want any destabilization or protests on the streets. Therefore, they will engage in prisoner exchange very quickly. Yesterday, the Russian Ministry of Defense claimed that Ukraine allegedly attacked the Kerch bridge with 12 ATACMS missiles overnight. The ministry stated that Russian air defense destroyed them all. On August 16th, traffic on the Kerch Bridge was blocked the whole night until the morning because of drone attacks, and there people heard explosions in Kerch itself. Recalling that Kerch Bridge provides main traffic to occupy Crimea to the from the Russian territory, including military supplies. If we look at the latest interviews with Budanov, we can understand that Ukraine is just waiting for the right moment to destroy that unnecessary structure, and it is indeed in plans. We just need to wait. So how do you guys think this whole operation in the Kursk region will strengthen Ukraine's negotiation position with Russia, or what else we need to do, on your opinion? And when do Western partners allow us to strike Russia using our long-range capabilities that really can change the course of the war? Write me in comments below. And that's it for today. I want to thank all of you for supporting Ukraine, watching Ukrainian content. Please like this video, and if you really like it, you can support the channel's development on Patreon or buy me a coffee. See you soon, and Slava Ukraini!